Hi, I'm Milton Rendell and welcome to Real News Friday. As you can see, I've got the new, latest and greatest currency we have in Australia. Talk about Bitcoin, toilet rolls, the new deposit in real estate. Apart from that, it's just been an interesting week. I don't know about you guys, but going into Coles, Woolworths and every other shop, not being able to find a toilet roll has been quite an experience. But obviously it's caused by something, a bit of panic, etc. But on a more serious note, the real estate market is improving, and we're certainly seeing more sales come through, and in excess of over 700, nearly 800 sales in the market in the Perth metropolitan area last week. We are starting to see also an increase in land sales. Land sales in West Australia last week were up 70%, which is quite a big figure. Unit sales were up 16%, and houses were also up another further 2%, but representing an overall increase of sales of 11%, which is really, really encouraging, something we haven't seen for some time. Stock levels are still becoming smaller, down to 12,406 as of the 1st of March. So that's very, very close to that 12,000 mark that I mentioned to before, but we're certainly seeing far more inquiry than we have in quite some time, and I continue to talk about that. But also talk about the median rent pricing. They're saying now there's been increases in rents on average of $10 a week, and that's one of the largest increases since early 2017. So there's plenty of good indicators to show that things are happening in the marketplace. Like I have said before, inquiry is certainly improving. On the commercial side, we're certainly seeing more inquiry around the Midland area for both various types of business, including office space. So that's certainly encouraging. On our finance side, through plus loans, probably our largest inquiry we've seen probably for about 18 months, and I've sort of touched on that previously, but that seems to be consistent. Our interviews are up on that, so and first-time buyer inquiries certainly on the improve. So we're overall seeing some really good signs. Is it totally changed overnight? The answer is no. The only thing that's probably changed is toilet rolls, but apart from that, we've certainly seen things that would indicate to us, and even to the economists and even to the banks, that certainly the activity's there. The other part, of course, we had an interest rate cut this week, and that's obviously a byproduct of what's happening out there with the coronavirus, etc. But overall, we are seeing an improvement in Western Australia. And I'm going to talk about Western Australia, not talk about the whole of Australia. In Western Australia, we are certainly seeing people showing far more interest. Stock market, as you've seen, it's been all over the place. And generally when that happens, we generally see people go back to bricks and mortars, and we are seeing investors making far more inquiry than they have for the last 5 years. And in fact, probably 1 in 3 phone calls now is from an investor. So there are some small things changing, and I think there's some good news on the horizon for the remainder of 2020 from a real estate point of view, and leading into 2021. Anyway, to find out more, check out realestateplus.com.au.